Hi everyone, this is Adventure 4904. Welcome to my channel. In my last tutorial, I shared how I make flight plans using an open source software called Little NavMap. If you have not watched that video, the link is in the description below. In that video, I received a comment asking if the same can be done with SkyVector. SkyVector is a web-based flight planning application. Like Little NavMap, it's free of cost, and since it's web-based, you can access it on any device. So in this video, I'd like to share with you how I create my flight plans using SkyVector and open it in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's get started. So if you head over to skyvector.com, you will come across this page. Let's create a flight plan. In this case, I want to fly from Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Bangkok International Airport. ICAO code for Kuala Lumpur International Airport is Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo. All of you just put the ICAO inside here and then press go. And it takes you down to the Kuala Lumpur International Airport. If you are planning to save your flight plans, I suggest you set up an account. It's free of course, and then you just have to go in and then log in for your account. You'll be able to save all your flight plans. In this case, we are looking at a world low vectorways or airways. You can also set it up to world high jet airways, and we also have world VFR map. It's not so much detail here in the other parts of the world except for the US. As you can see, you have a very detailed VFR map, but it's not the same for the rest of the world. It's just in the US. So here we are in Kuala Lumpur International Airport, or Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo. And if you want to start a flight plan, all you do is just click on the word flight plan over here and just punch in the numbers. Okay, so I'm going to click on this little switch over here, and I'll just put in the departure airport is WMKK, Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo, and the airport in Bangkok is Victor Tango Bravo Delta. You see that SkyVector gives you a direct flight from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Bangkok, which is not always the case. I already created a flight plan prior to this, and I'm going to open that up. If you wish to save your flight plan, you just click on this save button over here. If you wish to create a new flight plan, it will be that button over there. And then you can save your flight plan as well. So I'm going to go and click and open, and I'm going to choose WMKK or Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo to Victor Tango Bravo Sierra. I'm going to say load the plan. Alright, so that's the plan that I've made earlier. And you see that you have this waypoints over here. And if I drag it, you can see that actually it's going from one waypoint to another waypoint. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this whole flight plan here. I'm going to right click and say copy. I'm going to jump over to Little NavMap, which is going to be helping us in creating the flight plan for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is Little NavMap. And all I need to do now is either go to flight plan and say new flight plan from route description, or I can just use this button over here, the blue plus sign. I can just paste the flight plan into here now. Paste. Okay, once you have that pasted there and remove some of the spaces in between, you can click on this read route description button, and then you'll see that you are flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Suvarnabhumi International Airport, which is Bangkok, and it takes about 670 nautical miles. And this is 9 waypoints that we're going to use. So all you do now is just click on create flight plan, and then your flight plan has been created. If you look at it, you see that the other waypoints are all made in the middle. Yeah, so you get all the waypoints towards Gatso and then over towards Suvarnabhumi International Airport. So since we're in a Little NavMap, we might as well create what we call an arrival or an approach. So I'm going to do a right click on the airport, and I'm going to say create approach to Suvarnabhumi VTBS. You'll be given a choice of which runway you want to land. In this case, I'm going to choose 01L or 01 left, and I'm going to choose 3 nautical mile entry distance and an altitude of 1,000 feet. And I'm going to press OK. So when you press OK, you can see that you have created a little approach to that runway itself. Let's save this flight plan. We're going to go to File, and I'm going to save a flight plan for safekeeping. Save flight plan. I'm going to plans. I just created a folder for that, and it's automatically giving me all the names from the two airport. I'm going to save that, and I'm going to create one now for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So File, export flight plan as MSFS PLN. So I'm going to click on that, and same thing, I'm going to put it in my folder here. It's going to be called IFR, Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Suvarnabhumi International Airport. So I'm going to click on save. We are done with our little NavMap. Let's head over to the sim and check out whether the flight plan can be loaded up. Let's do a bit of flying. See you in a bit. Here we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm just going to click on the world map over here. At the bottom of the screen, you can see that you have a load or save button. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to load the flight plan we made earlier. So I'm going to go down to my flight plans and choose the flight plan we made earlier. So as soon as you do that, you can see that now you have the flight plan loaded up in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to click on these open filters and remove certain things. I don't want to see this cloud layer over here, so it'll be much more clearer to see. Okay. For some reason, Microsoft Flight Simulator does not save your choices. So I'm going to click on backspace. See that clearly now we can see all the waypoints loaded up for you nicely. And it's going to fly straight to Hat Yai Airport and so on and so forth. So the other waypoints that we have, that goes directly into Suvarnabhumi Airport. Right, so since we have that loaded, I just want to show you something. If you are trying to take off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport and you're trying to fly off or start in any of the ramp over here or the parking gates, if you notice that the Sims gives you to take off directly from tree to a right. But what if you want to choose any of this ramp over here? I'm going to show you what's going to happen here. So let's see if I choose ramp 152 over here and I click on it and I say set as departure. You will find that the sim is going to change the route for you, or the route. Now it's changed to something else. So that goes away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to tackle that problem. Let me load up the flight plan again. So instead of choosing the ramp from the map here, right, by going in and clicking on the ramp here, what you need to do is identify which ramp that you want to start at. Let's say in this case is ramp 152. So instead of choosing it in the map, you have to choose it from the drop down list here over here. Okay, so I'm going to click down. I'm going to go down to 152. Okay, so if you do this way, you find that you do not lose the actual flight plan that you made earlier, right? So everything is still there. Right, so that's a tip for you. So let's go into the aircraft and look at the MFD, see whether the flight plan loads up in there. So here we are in the TBM, and if you notice that we have the route loaded up in the MFD. We start from Kuala Lumpur International Airport down to Popit and then to Hat Yai Airport and all the other waypoints in between, and we land at runway 01 left as we chose in Little NavMap. I hope this was useful for you. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials and Microsoft Flight Simulator videos. Do let me know in the comments if this has helped you in any way. So I'll see you soon and happy flying.